The next topic, which is your 10,000 genome project. So it is also written as Genome 10K project. Okay. So Department of Biotechnology, which was undertaking this project, has finally announced that they have completed this particular project. So what was the agenda? The agenda was to create a database of 10,000 genomes. ठीक है? Whole genome sequences out of India. The Genome 10K project, established in 2009 by a consortium of biologists and genome centers, determined to facilitate sequencing analysis of 10,000 vertebrate species. Okay. Now, India has first completed a human genome project in 2006, which created a database of representative of India's population diversity. Okay. So this was first, which was completed in 2006. This is out of India 10K vertebrate का genome sequencing का project है. So what is genome sequencing? So we all know that we have, see, we as humans have DNA as the genetic material, and this is the structure, double helical structure of DNA, and then you have various A, G, C, T, various base pairs here of DNA. And when you sequence them, if you write in a thread like, and when you study this entire genome and you figure out what are the base pairs there, what are the proteins that are leading to these base pairs, now that is referred to as genome sequencing. Basically, figure out the sequence of nucleotide base pairs in the genome of an individual is referred to as genome sequencing. Okay. So basically, they wanted to cover 10,000 genome sequences, which they have been able to achieve. Now let's see what were the institutes that were involved. And the main were Indian IISc, Bangalore, and the Center of Cellular and Molecular Biology, Hyderabad. They were leading this project under uh, Department of Biotechnology. So what they have figured out, that the Indian population is of 1.3 billion. It consists of 4,600 population group, and many of them are endogamous. These have contributed to the genetic diversity of current population. Okay. Now the Indian population has distinct variation, and often many disease causing mutation are amplified within some of these groups. Now what it is trying to say is that we have 46 population groups. That means there are 4600 groups jinka genome um, are different to each other, but among them they are kind of similar genome. Okay. And a majority of them are endogamous. Say for example, try and understand this point. This will help you in understanding the basic concept of biotechnology as well. So this is a set of population. So India, we have 1.3 billion population. Okay. And in this we have this 4600 groups. 1.3 billion में से we just have 4600 group, which is one responsible for diversity because we have this number of huge groups. But at the same time, if you see the population, then and you relate it with the number of groups, these groups are endogamous. That means they marry within themselves, and as a result of which it is leading to rare, just give me a second. So as a result of which it is giving you the rare genomes or disease are becoming more apparent. Okay, this is responsible for the endogamy thing between this, in this 4600 population groups, majority of endogamous is, it is related to the depiction of rare genome diseases. Why? I'll be giving you in detail. Give me a minute. So, say for example, how the we will first understand how the genome transfer happens. Say this is a parent one, this is your parent two. Okay, so the DNA, which is a double helical structure, and this is the DNA of the other parent. And when you have offsprings, then half DNA of this parent will come in, another half of this parent will come in here. So it is a mix of two diseases, two parent. Okay, and whenever you see for a dominant trait to express itself, डोमिनेंट मतलब जो मेजोरिटी में अवेलेबल होगा, जो जो ज्यादा पावरफुल ट्रेट होगा, इट नीड वन जीनोम टू हैव दैट एक्सप्रेशन. से फॉर एग्जाम्पल किसी का, से फॉर एग्जाम्पल जैसे बी पॉजिटिव ब्लड ग्रुप है. ओके, सो बी ब्लड ग्रुप का डोमिनेंट है. ठीक है, तो अगर इस पेरेंट के पास बी है और इस पेरेंट के पास ओ है, तो भले तो सिर्फ एक इस पेरेंट से सिर्फ अगर बी आता है और इस पेरेंट से ओ आता है, तो इवेंचुअली ब्लड ग्रुप बी होगा, ओ नहीं होगा. ओके, लेकिन अगर किसी का रेयर है, जो रिसेसिव ट्रेट्स होते हैं बेसिकली, रिसेसिव ट्रेट्स के लिए इट इज इम्पॉर्टेंट कि जो आपका जो जीनोम है वो दोनों में से आए, दोनों ही एक्सप्रेसिव होने चाहिए. ठीक है, सो अगर सपोज अगर द बेबी हैज टू हैव अ ओ ब्लड ग्रुप, देन इट इज इम्पॉर्टेंट कि इनका एक के ऊपर बी हो और इस वाले के ऊपर हो, एंड देन इफ दिस स्ट्रैंड विल कम टू दिस चाइल्ड एंड any of this will come, then eventually the byproduct will be O. ओके, सो दोनों के दोनों स्टैंड्स के अंदर इट वाज इंपॉर्टेंट टू हैव ओ एज अ जीनोम. ठीक है, बट यहाँ पे इफ somebody was to depict, somebody was to have B blood group which is a dominant blood group, तो वो अगर एक स्ट्रैंड में भी बी है, दूसरे में ओ हो या ना हो, उससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता. इवेंचुअली द ब्लड ग्रुप विल बी बी ओनली. सो दैट इज वाई वी से कि जो रिसेसिव ट्रेट है, दे आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर रेयर डिजीजेस. And if you see the endogamic pattern, the chances of rare diseases to express themselves increase, because अगर suppose B B है दोनों जिनों और यहाँ पे O है, तो the child will be BO and BO. Okay, so इसके अंदर तो B आएगा, लेकिन imagine now if endogamy है, तो another family will also have BO BO. ठीक है, now they marry, the chances is 25% chances है कि recessive trait which is O will show, right? Now similarly, if you keep on repeating the pattern, the chances of rare diseases or rare blood groups or rare recessive genes to express themselves increases. That is why we say that endogamy is responsible for expression of disease which were suppressed so far. Okay, now let's move ahead. So these are the harmful mutations which are that are less prevalent in the world. Harmful mutations are less prevalent in the world but located in endogamous group at a high frequency related to their population in India. And the reason being the endogamy practice between the gene groups. So harmful mutation world के अंदर कम है but India के अंदर population के relative ज़्यादा है. Okay, so and the reason we have discussed. Now if you see outcomes क्या होंगे इस projects के, it will give a deeper insight to India's population diversity, as we discussed, and improve diagnostic methods and medical counseling, because eventually we will know the genome patterns and we know the expected genetical disease that may occur and that have the potential to be seen in a particular individual. So that is why you can improve the diagnostic methods as well as medical counseling. Now, the creation of a biobank housing 20,000 blood samples at the Center of Brain Research, coupled with the data archive of the Indian Biological Data Center, exemplified the project commitment to transparency, collaboration, future research endeavors. So they'll also be creating a biobank which will be having 20,000 blood samples. जहाँ से they have get their genomes and they studied the genomes. So this will help you in improving the uh, studies. Okay. United Kingdom, China, and United States are among the countries that have programs to sequence at least 1 lakh of their genomes, and we will be moving in that direction as well. Now, let's move to the next